lifted yet. We never did that on the show, did we? I don't think we ever did. Mr. Dworsky on the This all occurred to me as a real possibility that I might put my tongue on a clothes pole. Why would I do it? Well, there's no reason whatsoever. But the fact that there would be no reason to do it made it seem inevitable to me that I would do it. This later happened, with smoking and drinking with me, Why did you do it? I don't know. Other people were doing it. I don't know. So, I got up to smoking 4 packs a day until finally I was 40 years old and I quit. You drink whiskey. Why do you do that? It makes you stupid. Well, I mean, not referring to anybody here. But no, this sort of fatalism affects you when you're from Minnesota. And so school in 1959. No, I was born in this crevice in between poetry and Twitter, and so I've become an authority on history. They really should have me down at the History Center once a week, maybe every Saturday at 5 o'clock. I should be down there, just be on exhibit. I come from a high-class family, artists and lawyers, and so you never would have dabbled in this sort of thing, huh? I had a girl and her name was Lil down in Iowa. I love that girl and I love her still down in Iowa. Ruby lips and hair of black, she was cross-eyed, that's a fact. She cried and her tears ran down her back, down in Iowa. You don't, no? You don't, never remember that. But my grandmother, who was a school teacher in the Anoka School District, long ago, used to sing me to sleep at night with a song about the small children who were lost in the blizzard. Mr. Rogers wouldn't have done this. Christine was the tallest girl in the 12th grade, tall with dark hair tied up in a tight French braid. She was the only girl I knew who read Albert Camus, and for that very reason I did too. I stood behind her in choir, a lonely baritone, and when I smelled her exotic French cologne and felt the existential heat of her body, I became Luciano Pavarotti. A Prairie Home Companion started out in 1974. It started out at Walker Arts Center, and so it was hip at the beginning. And then it gradually, became retro, and then it became an embarrassment. But that's fine. This is a person's role when you get into your 70s. And so younger, hip writers, of Coon Rapids and Fridley and so forth, they look on me with contempt. I serve this function. They look on me with the same contempt that I had for James Michener when I was an arrogant English major at the University of Minnesota, and still operating under the illusion that I was gifted and not simply at the functioning end of the spectrum. So you serve this purpose, and it's a